easy, man. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Korg. I'm kind of like the lid in here.
You're a Cronin, aren't you?
Yeah. The pile of rocks waving at you. But don't let that intimidate you. There's no need to be afraid unless you're made of scissors. There's a little rock, paper, scissors joke for you. And this is my very good friend, Meek. Alright, see you later, new dog. Hey, piss off, ghost. Sup, folders? So in today's video, we're going to be doing a Thor Love and Thunder video. And basically, we're going to be addressing each character. We're going to be talking about the music, the humor, the action sequences, the whole end of the movie, the main message of this movie that applies to us as MCU fans, and just us as people, the post-credit scenes, and finally my tier list that is updated with tons of shows and tons of movies from the MCU. I will see you there. If you do enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, or my Korg impression is gonna get worse. That's not even an accent. I just sound stupid. And if you don't finish this video, it's fine. I just want you guys to have a fantastic day. And if you can't have a fantastic day today, have a fantastic day tomorrow. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let's get right into it. Alright, we're gonna address the characters. First, we're gonna start with Valkyrie. So with Valkyrie, always, she's full-on dope. But in this movie, I just feel like she doesn't get the justice that she deserves. She just kind of gets put into the United Nations, and she just does all this government stuff and commercials. The Old Spice commercial, I thought that was funny. However, she's just cool in this movie, and that's pretty much it. She doesn't get any like more depth to her character, and she just blends in with the Earth culture, and I get that, and that's cool. But there wasn't an extra step to her character, which I felt like it was like meh. But just overall, Valkyrie just didn't get the justice she deserved in this movie. Hopefully, she'll be better in Thor 5. If there is a Thor 5. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. And then let's go on to Korg. Every scene in this movie, Korg is so fucking funny. If you didn't find this movie funny, you're just slow. I get if you don't subjectively think it was funny, but to call this movie not objectively funny is stupid. Taika's fucking hilarious. He's just a fucking goofy ball of creativity, I guess you could call him. You guys need this fucking dark humor to make things funny. Also, you guys probably say L and W and mid as your normal conversations, so good luck with that. But overall, Korg was fucking dope, and I'm so fucking happy he met Dwayne. Hey, I folded with the gays, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna... Next character. Alright, and then we're gonna move on to Zeus. I fucking love Zeus. I love that he's corrupt, but he's also, like, knowing that, like, fucking stuff is going down, and he still won't do stuff, and he's just, like, oh my gosh. And I love that Russell Crowe did the Greek accent, because it just makes him feel like he's Zeus. He's, like, he's that guy. I don't know, the Greek accent just, like, added to kind of, like, the goofiness, but also, like, I don't want to say he's goofy, because he's not goofy. It's, like... But I feel like the fact that he does the Greek accent makes him more feel like Zeus. I don't know. Just like that made him feel like, of course, this big, oh, Zeus is going to be corrupt. First, I think it was going to be a British accent, and then they changed to a Greek accent, and I just thought that was dope. Everyone in Omnipotent City. Everyone in Omnipotent... But I didn't pretty much expect this, but everyone in Omnipotent... I didn't expect this, but everyone in Omnipotent... I didn't expect this, but everyone in Omnipotent City is fucking corrupt. Like, that's fucking crazy. I don't think every god is corrupt in there, but it seems like almost everyone, because they're all, like, laughing at Zeus, and, like, he talked about an orgy they were doing. I don't know, man. And then, yeah. It was something else. But the whole, like, Omnipotent City is fucking dope. Just, like, looking around is amazing. Gore the God Butcher. Oh my gosh, I wish this movie was 30 minutes longer so we could get to see Gore kill more gods. That's it. I only wanted to see a few more kills, and I would have been happy. I feel like he just doesn't really kill any gods on screen, and it's just like, oh... Like, there's gods, like, that already are dead, but I want to see him, like, in action. He kills the one god in the beginning, that he, prays to. But, like... That was it, pretty much. I was like, oh, okay, he killed Jane, not really. But Gore is fucking awesome. I think he's the best MCU villain, in my opinion. In the way of kind of like Kang the Conqueror in Loki, I fucking love Gore because he's like silly and goofy, but only because he's that fucking insane and his mind's so twisted and corrupt, and he's like cursed by the Necrosword, and it's just, oh my gosh, it's awesome. Also, the Necro Sword, him getting that was folding amazing. It came up from the ground like folding zombie, and he folding slaying him with his folding sword, all the gold blood out of his neck. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. And to a point, you can empathize with Gore, because he's low-key kind of right. And Thor realizes that, but what the main message of this is that you gotta choose love over thunder, or over hatred. And I really like that. But Gore is faulting, he's just faulted up, but he finally realizes at the end of the movie that he should love instead of hate, and I'll get more into that. He was just reasonable, but he wasn't justifiable, and I think that's what makes a really good villain, is you make him reasonable, but you don't make him justifiable. Like, Gore hates the gods. I think everyone should hate the corrupt gods that are faulting in the universe, in the MCU, obviously, with Zeus and everyone there. But also, going to kill all of them? I don't know if that's the best option. Just saying. No, but really, Christian Bale does such a good job with Gore, and I was so pleasantly surprised. Or not even surprised, I wasn't shocked at all, because it's faulting Christian Bale. I knew he was gonna do a good job with this. Have you seen his transformations for some of his roles? Like, physically and mentally, it's just folding crazy how he does it, and, thank gosh he has entered the MCU. I'm sad he didn't get to stay, but it's okay. He was great while he lasted. And who folding those? Maybe come back, some multiverse thing or some afterlife thing. We'll have to see. Alright, and now we have Jane. There's 3 things to Jane's character that are absolutely my favorite. 1, the action sequences. The way she was introduced, folding the hammer coming back and everything clicking into place was folding awesome. And then she winds it up and throws it. It was just folding amazing how she was introduced. Her costume looks folding great. Every action sequence she was in, she did something folding cool, and I don't know. I was just really happy with her. 2, Thor and Jane's relationship. In the first 2 Thors, I wasn't a big fan of Jane and Thor. Them together, I love that. But Jane as a specific character, I was like, sure, she's there. And I was like, I get why Thor likes her, but like, it wasn't like, wow, they're like meant to be, it was this and that. So when they did the little flashback, I was sort of connected, but I was sort of not. But I feel like there was a build up of the way I felt like I was connected to their relationship. This was way better when we got the flashback, and the sad things were happening and the good things were happening, and everything just mixed well. And I was very happy with her introduction coming back into the MCU. But I guess I was more excited about Natalie Portman coming back rather than Jane. But then they added the cancer aspect, and it hit me. I have had to deal with a lot of deaths in my family from cancer, and friends, family, and it's just not fun. It's just not fun. I can't really express how I feel. It's just not fun. And I'm sorry if you guys have ever had to go through that, or you've had to witness someone go through that, and and I'm sorry. That's all I can really say, and yeah, not fun. The way to depict it, and the way I love in the beginning how they introduce her, she doesn't want people to know she has cancer, and she wants to hide it because she doesn't want to be treated differently. People with cancer, they're just people. They just want to live their lives. They just want to live and do stuff and just be normal. And so you gotta treat it like that. Just act normal, how you normally would. That's what they want. But also, Marvel, you did not have to make her go through her mom having cancer. Her mom went through cancer, and then she had it. It's just over and over, just the repeated cycles, awful. The way he wants Jane to live so that he can give her a good life before she dies. He also doesn't realize that she just wants to live her life, and she wants to help him go fight Gore, because she's just a good person. And it's just so sad finally seeing her at the end of the movie with Thor when they reunite at the center of the universe. She's just there, and he's just like, she's not gonna make it. There's no after this, she's gone. And that's the saddest part about this movie, and it's just not fun. Her character rounded up well in this movie, and I was just happy Natalie Portman came back, and I was happy with what they did with her character. And then we moved to Thor. I just love the way Thor's trauma has been dealt with in the MCU. I just feel like they've done such a good job. And as a guy, he totally, like, represents me, and I just feel like men in this world just, like, want to put their feelings back and not let someone help them, and they just want to, like, get through it and then just be done. And they don't just really want to talk about their emotions because, oh, yeah, man up. And that's what Thor has had to deal with. Yeah, it's not been easy for Thor. He lost his mom, brother, his hammer, his dad, just everyone, Asgard, his home, and a lot of his people, and Heimdall, and just everyone, and it's just awful. And then he didn't get to kill Thanos, and it was just not good for Thor, and he then broke up with Jane, and I feel like that's what he needed to do in this movie, is heal, and I feel like that's what he did do, and I hope in this next movie he'll stop losing stuff and he'll finally be able to, like, gain something and then be able to sacrifice himself. I just feel like that would be a good way to end Thor's story. Maybe not in Thor 5, maybe 6, 7, 8, or 8, or however many Taika wants to fold them do, because we'll have him back folding gladly. But no, he needed Jane to come and get that closure of their relationship, and I think it was great that he was able to reconnect with her, and if they would have both lived, I think they would have had a great relationship and a great life together. Also, he needed to heal by seeing Gore's perspective, and in Endgame, all Thor wanted was revenge, and all he had was hatred in his heart, and I think that's what he needed in this movie, to be shown that you cannot just hate, you need to love, or just life won't go on, and you'll forever be stuck where you're at. Finally, he needed a daughter or some child to take care of, because he never got that in his life, and he wanted that, just to be a good dad for someone, and I think that's exactly what he will be. I'm so excited. If you did not hear me, his daughter's name is Love, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But yeah, just Thor as a character, his trauma and his regain and his healing process is just amazing to watch, and I was just so happy what they did with him in this movie. And then we have Love, Thor's child. If you don't know, Korg references Thor's niece, sort of, but I count her as Thor's daughter, as Love. And Love is a tier below Eternity in the comics. She's just a, like, eternal being. She's sort of like the reincarnation of Eternity, I guess. I don't know. It was weird because you saw her reflection in the water, and she was, like, all, like, cosmic. But I don't know what she's going to become and how strong she's going to be in the MCU, but I'm folding excited. Also, seeing Thor in an apron and Love yelling at Thor was pretty great. And then we have the music. It was folding fantastic. Every folding song in this playlist is folding great. Go check it out. The main one was Sweet Child of Mine, and I love everything about it, the thoughts of a lover, and that just sort of connected with Thor and Jane, and I thought that was perfect. But also, Sweet Child of Mine has a reference to child, so of course Thor gets a child in this movie, and it's just a little cool connection, you know what I'm saying? And I'm dumb, and we're gonna move on. Then we go to the flashbacks of Thor and Jane when they play Our Last Summer. It's the funniest thing ever, and I just think it works really well. I don't know why specifically that song, but I don't know, it just works so perfect. And finally, the Marvel Studios, like, title card thing. Oh my gosh, the music on the guitar was, ooh, so fantastic. I don't know why, but that was one of my favorite intros in MCU history. And whether you like this movie's humor or not, I fucking did, and I think you can say it's objectively funny. If it's not subjectively funny, good for you. You don't have to like this movie. I think that's the whole thing with Phase 4, is that you don't have to like this movie, and I'll get to that in a second. However, I thought this movie was funny. I loved all the Korg bits. Every bit he did, hilarious. When Thor rode Stormbreaker, I thought that was really funny. He grabs the folding handle out of the ground, and he rides it like he's folding at Hogwarts. And he's got, like, a little rainbow trail. The stage play always works for me. I don't know why I'm saying always, because there's only one, but it just felt so iconic that it feels like it's always been there. But the stage play in Thor Ragnarok, beautiful. Also, Melissa McCarthy as Hela, that was folding great. Goats, the actual goats. Tooth Gnasher and Tooth Grinder, Thor's goats. I think in Norse mythology, he has two goats. I don't know if that's their names, but yeah, I thought they were funny. I don't think they were overused. If he did, cry about it. I don't know. The Jealous Stormbreaker bit sort of worked for me. Not my favorite, though. Some scenes with Jane worked, but some didn't. It was a throw up in the air. I don't really know. I don't know how I felt about those jokes, but it wasn't half bad. And then, I know this was more meant to show how insane he is. But Gore snapping off the head of the creature in front of the kids and them all screaming was folding funny. I don't know why I thought that was funny. I was like laughing, but then I was like, oh, Fold, he just killed that creature in front of the children. And then let's move on to the action sequences. Oh my gosh, everywhere is amazing. The new Asgard fight with Jane and Gore and the Shadow Realm monsters, folding great. Also, Omnipotent City, folding fantastic. The gold blood going everywhere, and then finally Thor throws the folding lightning bolt or thunderbolt, I forget which one, into Zeus's chest. Amazing. I just thought that whole folding fight sequence just looked awesome, and just like all the gods going all crazy. It was pretty great. The Shadow Realm fight, oh, beautiful. Just like the whole folding thing just looked amazing, and I loved the thought of the whole movie being in black and white, except for Thor's lightning and the thunderbolt, and just like, I don't know. It just looked awesome, and Gore was so creepy in the Shadow Realm, just like taunting him to call the axe, and I'm just like, fold that. He is folding creepy. And then the fight at the center of the universe, also folding amazing. The kids getting powered up with their folding items, I guess. The one girl with her stuffed animal, awesome. The whole fight sequence was folding amazing, and I was just, I don't know. I thought it was funny, but I thought it was also awesome. And Jane coming in very sad, but also very epic. She traps the Necro sword into her Mjolnir, and then it explodes, and just everything was awesome. I also love the main message in this movie, and I feel like it's just like representative of just like life right now. Everyone hates, and everyone likes to be petty, and everyone likes to mess around because, you know what? It gets views, and people like it. Fall to that. Grow up. You can make jokes, do all this, do all that. I don't really care, but just try to show people love, no matter what they've done. It doesn't matter what they've done. There's no reason you should fucking hate someone because of something they've done. Yes, you can not like someone and think they're awful. Yes, but you have to try to give someone a second chance. And you don't have to give them infinite chances. I think everyone deserves infinite chances. I feel like everyone can be redeemed, but not everyone can be redeemed by everyone else. So if you truly feel like you can give someone another shot, give them that shot. And if they break your heart again, or if they betray you or whatever, you don't have to give them another shot. Do I still think they can be redeemed? Yes, but they don't have to be redeemed by you. But still, just love everyone. That's the main thing in this movie. Gore just like had so much hatred and revenge in his heart. That's what Thor had to realize, is that he gotta stop hating and stop wanting revenge and not wanting to just let go. He just needs to let go and just let himself love again. And no matter what it is, if it's some sort of prejudice or some hatred towards a group of people, or it's just something as silly as not letting people like the movies that they like. Talking to you, Marvel fans, and also Star Wars fans, you guys are being toxic. Grow the fold up. Just try to love, if you can. If not, I get it, I understand. But do your best to love, rather than just be, I don't even want to say petty, because sometimes it's not being petty, sometimes it's justified, or at least reasonable. If you have all that hatred in your heart, that's all you're going to spread throughout the folding world, and that's not what we want to do, right? We don't want to do that. Do not engage or attack anyone or whatever. Let it go and be yourself and do your thing. Alright? And if someone's hating on you, just push them away. Just ignore them. It's not a big deal. Okay? That's my main thing I've tried to do in my life, is not let people tell me what to folding do. Because there's no folding point. I'm me, aren't I? I'm not going to follow in people's footsteps. Yes, I look up to some people, but I don't really have like an idol, I'd say. I just look up to people, and I respect certain things about certain people, because everyone's different. And not one person is amazing. That's why you don't meet your heroes, because you shouldn't have heroes. You can look up to certain people for certain traits, but obviously they're not going to be perfect. No one's perfect, and that's stuff we have to realize. But I don't know. Just the main thing about this movie is that you just gotta love. And I went with my girlfriend, and it just made me really happy. And she was just there for me. And I don't know. I just had a really good time. This movie was amazing, and if you didn't like it, too bad. Then we have the post-credit scenes. First, we have Valhalla. We see Jane show up, and it was fucking amazing. I think the main reason it was shown that Jane went to Valhalla is not to show that Jane went to Valhalla. It's the fact that some dead characters can show up again. Are they all going to come from Valhalla? I don't think so. Maybe some, and I think that'll be awesome. Maybe some characters we haven't seen before but are dead. Maybe like Thor's grandfather. I think it would be fucking awesome to see some dead characters to come back alive, or at least just show up in the death realms, like the Duat or the Black Panther afterlife. I forget what it's called. But it was just fucking amazing to see that, because I want to see some actors return that are dead. I want to see RDJ return, but not back to life, because I think that takes away from his death, and we don't want that. We want Tony's sacrifice to fully be emotionally connected with us our fucking whole lives, correct? So I don't think he should come back to life, but I do think he should show up in like an afterlife type scenario. I think it's sort of like the connection to the Force Ghost aspect of Marvel compared to Star Wars. Star Wars, they just show up as Force Ghosts, but in this, I think they're just gonna have people be able to go to these death realms of anything you believe, and they'll be able to see their loved ones, and that's sort of like what happened in Black Panther, and I thought that scene was fucking amazing, because he gets to see his dad, and his dad's dead, and it was just, I don't know, I just thought that was amazing. And then we get Hercules. Awesome. I'm so excited to see them together. And I just feel like in the comics, they fight each other and they're and then they're like, neither of us can win this fight. So let's just be friends. And then just that brotherly love just looks fucking awesome. And I'm excited to fucking see that. And hopefully they team up and they fight Zeus. That would be great. Russell Crowe would come back, and I want to see him so bad. I feel like that'd be awesome. Also, yeah, if they don't fight Zeus, they could just fight some random other god or random folding person. But I think it's a little bit too early to call. So we'll have to see. And now we're going to go to my tier list. All right, and here's my tier list. Let me just scroll up. Obviously, Captain Marvel, Incredible Hulk, and Iron Man 2 are my bottom three. I think I do have to rewatch The Incredible Hulk just because I haven't seen it in so long, and I don't think it's that bad, but I just have to rewatch it. But overall, I changed a lot of stuff, so you can folding check this out. A lot of new shows came out. I don't know how long ago I updated this. I think it was Eternal, so I think that's Hawkeye, Spider-Man No Way Home, Thor Love and Thunder, Multiverse of Madness, some other stuff too. You have to see Moon Knight. Folding love Moon Knight. If you didn't folding know that, it's folding great. But no, I've Thor at 5, and a lot of people are going to be mad about that, and you can fold and go cry about it. I thought this movie was great, but, you know, I might drop it, but we'll just have to see. I thought this movie was folding great, and I have it over all the movies that I have up there. It's just that folding simple. I might raise Ragnarok. We'll have to see. I don't know. I'll reconsider. But Miss Marvel is in D tier, not because it was bad, because it was bad. Miss Marvel I actually liked, and I love the art style of episodes 1 and 6, and they changed the directors in episodes 2, 3, 4, and 5 for no folding reason. That doesn't make any sense. But I'll have to talk about that next episode, because I'm going to be doing a recap and explaining why that show was not bad. This is my tier list. If you don't folding like it, go cry about it. Go comment, what, this is this low, this is this high, oh my gosh. Whatever. You do your thing. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and this will be the end of the video. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more great impressions like Korg from me. That was awful. I want to make you guys happy, because you guys should deserve to have a fantastic day. And if you cannot have a fantastic day today, that's okay. That's fine. But try to have a fantastic day tomorrow. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you!